Morning. My name is Daniel Chulan. I've worked at E.ON for 13 years and I've spent the last 3 years in this specific role as a business development account manager for ECO, or the energy company obligation. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the impact ECO has had on the Birmingham area, the partnership E.ON have with Birmingham City Council, our strategies how to deliver, and an insight into the British Insulation Scheme. Prior to the eco obligations reference on this slide was an energy efficiency commitment back in 2005 that paved the way for carbon emissions reduction target, otherwise known as CERT. CERT, which delivered volumes of low-cost insulation measures such as cavity wall and loft, and that ran alongside the CES program that installed external wall installation on solid wall properties that was successfully delivered in 2012. Moving on to the first iteration of ECO, under the initial ECO obligation in the B postcode area, approximately 26,100 E.ON funded measures were installed across 19,400 households, resulting in lifetime bill savings of 200 million. The initial ECO was completed in March 2015. Moving on to Eco 2 and its extension into Eco 2T, where 1,000 measures were installed in 978 households, resulting in an additional 7 million lifetime bill savings. Suppliers were required to achieve cost and carbon savings for these customers. After completion of Eco 2T, Eco 3 started in 2018, where obligated suppliers would continue to help vulnerable householders heat their homes again from E.ON funded measures. In total, 12,500 measures were installed to 7,170 households in Birmingham, resulting in just over 87 million lifetime bill savings. I'll shortly talk through the strategy behind our plans to increase delivery and the Great British Insulation Scheme, but so far under Eco 4 and GBIS in the Birmingham area, from E.ON's data, 3,200 measures have been installed in 871 households, equating to 12 million notional bill savings, being the KPI for the scheme over lifetime bill savings. Last year saw the introduction of GBIS, the Great British Insulation Scheme, formerly known as Eco Plus. It is anticipated 300,000 householders are to save hundreds of pounds on their energy bills thanks to new energy efficiency upgrades. The government launched a £1 billion drive to help those most in need to heat their homes for less. Families in low council tax bands with less energy efficiency homes can benefit from building fabric upgrades such as cavity wall, solid wall, loft, room and roof insulation, which could significantly reduce their annual energy bill. The scheme is designed to support those on the lowest incomes, as well as extend support to the wider range of householders compared to the other existing government funded schemes. Those eligible for support under the Great British Insulation Scheme include families on council tax bands A to D in England, A to E in Scotland and Wales, with an energy performance rating of D or below. The 300,000 set to benefit on top of the 2.4 million homes that have so far benefited from new energy efficiency measures under existing support schemes for the most vulnerable across the country. The scheme will help build on progress in improving energy efficiency in the country's homes. In 2010, just 14% of homes had an EPC rating of C or above, compared to the 47% in 2022. The scheme runs alongside the existing energy company obligation, or ECO, which as we know offers fully funded home energy efficiency upgrades, such as insulation, heat pumps, solar panels fitted to families' homes on low incomes. We have installers already delivering GBIS through our self-gen and lead-fed funding routes. However, we also welcome installers that are Trustmark approved to deliver insulation measures as well as heating controls. Through the GBIS scheme, we have started to see an increase in delivery from our supply chain across our self-gen and lead-fed funding routes. In the past year, E.ON has funded roughly 1,000 measures across England, Scotland and Wales, with an annual bill savings of roughly 110,000. Over 500 of those measures installed have been via cavity wall insulation. To assist councils, housing associations and installers with their understanding of GBIS requirements, we created a matrix which outlines the customer qualifying requirements through the low income and general groups. Recently, we have issued circa 3,000 letters in the Birmingham area to customers who we believe could benefit from GBIS installations. We're keen to mobilise GBIS social projects through our community channel, which I can touch on the next slide. Under the social rules, If your resident has an EPC rating of E to G, they may be eligible for one of the measures outlined on the table. If you're a local authority or housing association and you'd want to know more, please feel free to contact me. E.ON has three ways in which we can engage and deliver Eco4 and GBIS. One way is through direct relationships with installers, where we have long-standing relationships with strategic partners with nationwide coverage. Through these bilateral agreements, we have partners that we have worked with for a number of years, and some have even set up their own training academies as they recognise the skills needed and quality of the workmanship for the retrofit industry. We also welcome new partners that are Trustmark approved for measures and can operate on a regional or national basis. The second is through our ESET model, where we engage with local authorities, registered landlords and housing associations as we look to improve the energy efficiency of housing stock in concentrated areas, as well as recognise the desire of local authorities to use local labour. Thirdly is our customer lead-fed channel, where we work with a range of organisations, including charities, with the creation of bespoke marketing campaigns, as well as being able to help our E.ON customer base identify those which may qualify for Eco and GBIS. So just a bit more detail on our second channel, the bespoke E.ON-led solution or ESET model. This is aimed at local authorities and social housing providers who we believe will be key in delivering energy efficiency measures in communities using the much wider eligibility criteria, which includes using the NHS, E.ON's own data, Flex, which enables us to identify more residents, as we envisage being able to deliver area-based projects working closely with local area and community-based organisations to ensure the community is at the heart of the project. Under the Eco4 criteria, we can offer a fully funded measures, and through GBIS, we may be able to fully fund certain measures. We will offer an end-to-end turnkey solution featuring targeted data analysis, which enables us to tailor a project to meet the local need. We've carefully thought about the impact that installing energy efficiency measures will have on people's lives, and our solution will have the customer at the heart of it. Engagement officers will be able to support residents with any concerns or queries throughout and will be there every step of the journey. The full digital journey will also be available as an option for customers preferring an online alternative. E.ON have delivered numerous community-based projects over the years, and we have an extensive team from our call centre staff to our scheme delivery managers. E.ON is also able to offer valuable insight with regards to our wider net zero strategy. An example, the city heating and transport space, enabling us to provide a holistic solution. Last year, we went into partnership with Birmingham City Council to deliver energy efficiency measures across the city. We targeted the more deprived areas in Birmingham with the support and knowledge of the council. Our focus is on private and social properties that have low EPC ratings. To enable us to deliver the measures, we have appointed a locally based installer that has been through E.ON's health and safety and compliance onboarding to ensure all measures installed meet PAS 2019-2030 building standards. The project launched last August, and we focused on Balsall Heath, Acocks Green and Tyseley and Hay Mills areas. Our targeting strategy was online marketing, letters and holding community events and inviting residents to meet the E.ON team and the installer. Recently, we launched Phase 2, which was more focused on solid wall and GBIS installations. We have issued circa 3,000 letters to 50 LSO8 areas, with the plans to expand in half 2, and currently have 17 properties installed or awaiting installation. In addition to this, we are also fully funding 30 social properties which could benefit from a wide range of eco measures. We have faced some challenges around resident engagement and cost of measures. However, E.ON are lobbying with DESNZ and Ofgem continuously to influence a change in rules to allow more residents, not just in Birmingham, but across England and Wales, to benefit from the scheme. For the rest of the year, we'll be focused on the Birmingham City Council partnership and aiming to deliver to as many properties as possible through our Eco4 and GBIS funding routes. We consistently take learnings from all projects to improve our uptake, and will utilise these to ensure Birmingham is a success. Thank you for listening this morning. I'll be on the panel later today to answer any questions that you may have. My contact details are there just in case anybody wishes to get in touch with me regarding Eco4 or GBIS.